All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So we are going to look at the wheat sector here. I'm going to at least look at SNDL, ACB, and CGC. If I've got more time, I'll do a couple others. Otherwise, I'll make a second one. So, look, I think today's a really good day to make the video actually, because most stocks didn't have a good candle today. All right, I just covered Tilray. We'll go through these. Listen, I'm actually still bullish here. All right. I very much see the near 5% loss. I very much see the RSI not doing things, but there's still, I think, more to like up here. And so far, I'm actually going to keep holding my optimism. All right. I said the exact same things on Tilray. I actually don't know what the ACB and CGC charts look like. I was looking at SNDL the last couple of days, actually, especially after that monster candle we saw yesterday, right? But listen, my overall comments on this video actually are, I'm still bullish. All right. There are red candles and bad days in a sustained uptrend. You know what I mean? Like, I know we want things to just meme stock and like green. Like, hell, we even saw one right here, right? Like, you know, I like this doesn't happen too often. All right. This actually does. And this is actually what's the healthiest if you want to know the truth. All right. So again, overall, I'm still super optimistic, but real quick, what are we going to do before we go any further? Same thing we always do, right? We're going to take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to the channel, share this video on the internet, comment good or bad. Look, anything you can do really does help me out with these YouTube algorithms, but for real, just being here and giving me your time is super appreciated, all right? So let's take a look at SNDL. Again, you know, if you watch my videos, I love calling this sandal. I forgot the sundial name back in the day, and yeah, sandal's been a nice little mistake that's kind of stayed with the team, you know what I mean? But look, a lot of good has happened, especially over Friday and Monday, all right? Zooming out real quick. Oh, let's keep zooming out, dude. Keep zooming out till here, basically. The 100 moving average is the story here, all right? It's actually very easy to see this blue line without even having to like squint or looking at the screen, right? It is a near impossibility to get on it, let alone over it, right? Quickly get over it, quickly drop. Quickly get over it, quickly drop. Quickly get over it, quickly drop. Quickly get over it, like, right? Like this one held a little bit, which is actually interesting, then goes up and goes down, right? But after that, it's hard to get over, and then we actually finally get over, right? So Friday was a real big day over. Monday was a beautiful confirmation, okay? Tuesday is not a beautiful day, all right? No one wants to lose 4, maybe 5%. I'm telling you, I know, I don't want to lose 4 or 5%. That said, look, there's still good things happening here. All right, the 8 moving average is actually starting to go on up. It looks like the 20 moving average is starting to go on up. All right, I know obviously there's a golden cross right there. The 8 crosses over the 50. Looks like the 20 is going to golden cross the 50 as well. A small crossing above a big one. That's a good thing, right? Actually, even looks like the 8 might golden cross the 100. All of those fancy good golden cross words said. The only thing that I actually really care about, you got to hold the 100 moving average. This is not allowed to go under 151. If it goes under 151, I would start getting so scared, and all that optimism would quickly turn away, all right? Again, going back to my fancy golden crosswords, right? Like the 8 getting over the 100 could be a good thing, because then hopefully it's the 8 that saves us, not even touching the blue line, right? Like, end of the day, look, I'm going to say it one more time. These entire times we get over it, but we quickly fail. We get over it, but we quickly fail. We get over it, we quickly fail, right? I would like, if you really want to know the truth, I wouldn't mind going up, coming back down, and then bouncing from nothing. Tells me a line is now my friend more than a good bounce, okay? And look, you can kind of see it a little bit right here. It hasn't really happened yet, but there's this 20 moving average did a pretty decent job, all right? Let's get it more up. And that'll be reassuring, right? But Oh man, there's a lot to still like here. There really is, and I'm still here thinking to myself, this thing is going to want to come up to the 200. It really should, okay? And one more time, if that means coming back to the 100, bouncing off of it, then going, that's okay. It actually is. Again, it sucks a little bit, yeah, because we're talking about going down a little bit. And again, you're basically going down almost another 10% if you lose that 10 cents, right? Obviously, 16 would be the 10%, so like what, 5-ish, a little more than 5%, but it's still okay. One last time, all right? What does the weekly look like? Look, this is an important weekly right here. I wish this was just a little bit healthier of a candle, and we still got plenty of days left, right? Like we're less than halfway. So I would love for this thing to just kind of get a little fatter, go a little higher, because look, this right here broke 2 moving averages. I need a little bit better confirmation, right? I wouldn't mind a doji right here that kind of says wait for next week to confirm, because actually looking at Tilray's weekly was setting up a little bit better than the daily as well, right? So maybe a little bit patience needs to come here, but again, I think overall there's still more to like than not like. All right. It's just like I said, it's not like taking off like we wanted. It's not doing this green like we've seen, right? But this is actually still healthy. That's a really nice going up, and just hold the 100 moving average. I can't tell if I've stressed that enough or not, but you know I have. That was a bad joke, okay? ACB. All right, let me say just an honest opinion, okay? If you've been watching my ACB videos, I've been really mean to this stock, all right? And just looking at the chart, I mean, I've been making these videos for about a year. I pretty much started in June last year, right? So it's done nothing but go from 170 to 60, right? Like it's lost too much money. I can tell there are more ACB closet fans that are now feeling a little more comfortable to come out of the closet. And I've loved seeing the increased amount of positive comments on ACB. So, hey, be loud and proud if you're an ACB, fan, because look, I've never, in none of my videos have I ever pretended to know where the bottom is or call the bottom or any silly things like that. Look, ACB has tried to break the 50 and couldn't, tried to break the 50 and couldn't, tried to break the 50 and couldn't, tried and couldn't. Oh man, this is the first real good break and confirmation. All right, this is huge. This Monday, Tuesday, straight up is probably the best back-to-back here in quite a while, all right? Let alone on the 50, I'm just kind of trying to see real quick, like, there's a lot to like here. There is. And it's actually a little different than this one, right? Because this breaks that, neither of these could confirm the 50 break, all right? This breaks 2 moving averages actually, right? We were under the 20. We then gap the 20, break the 50 end here. What we do today is close good high enough, and I'm not even seeing any wick on top. Literally, the high of the day was the close of the day. People could not stop buying ACB. There's a lot to like here. There's going to be even more to like if we can break this 60 cents, because from there, we're probably going to get stopped right here if I had to guess. But then, honestly, I'm going to drop this to here. I think this is a little bit more important than this. I think break this, get to this should be a fast climb to that. All right. So, there's a lot to like here. There is. And as I zoom out, I'm glad I lowered that line. I don't think that 73-cent line was very significant. And I'm taking this one instead of this one because there's a little bit baby plateau right here too. Let me just double check. Yeah, I like this line just a little bit more. 65, 66 cents I think is important. Look, the immediate focus is break the 100. All right, get over the 100 moving average, and man, the next target becomes the 200 all the way up here. All right, the mini one, like I said, will be this, and then yeah, if you can get over this, red, green. Like, there's a lot to like on ACB for real, and I've literally said this last comment so many times over the last year. Once ACB recovers, once ACB starts holding an uptrend, oh man, I don't think the weed sector is going to be the same anymore. You know what I mean? So I've been really mean to this stock. I'm not pretending I haven't. And in a lot of ways, it's been very much deserving, right? But dude, 1, 2, 3, 4 actual break and fails on top of another 1 right here. You can argue 2 right here. Like, there's been at least 6 attempts on this 50 moving line. I'm liking this. I'm liking the MACD. It's technically at 0. We're not over the dash yet, but that's a good divergence. That's a good divergence. That's actually good holding volume. Man, there is so much to like here. And one more time, I'm going to end it with this. It's funny to see all the love coming into ACB because yeah, I know this stock has fans, right? Every stock has fans, and I'm glad if you do like this, you get to be a little loud and happy here too, right? So CGC, let's take wow, interesting. This is not what I expected the CGC chart to look like. Wow, I'm like I'm a little bit out of silence. If you want to know the truth, you can obviously hear it, right? Why is the 20 moving average not breaking that well? Especially given what Tilray did, what SNDL, what SNDL did, right? What ACB is doing. This is a little annoying. This is a little bothersome. I don't know if this is enough to sway my view on the sector, but man, all the other ones are starting to say, I'm ready to go to the 100. You're struggling here with the 20? Hey, CGC, what is wrong with you? What does a weekly look like before I talk about the daily? Okay. All right. This is a more interesting view than the daily, I think, okay? Look, you can very much see it. This is as horrible as a weekly chart can get, all right? When you just literally don't even touch the 8 moving average, right? What generally does happen, you can see it's happened here before, you fall away, you get really close, and then you fall again. You get really close, and instead of falling again, look, we're at least holding, and are we actually above it? Yeah, we're actually even above the line. So I will say this much. I think the CGC weekly view gives a little more reason to maybe be bullish here. Again, this is easily the worst of the weed stocks so far, right? At least the worst of the 4 between Tilray, SNDL, ACB, and this, okay? That said, this is a horrible weekly, and you know what? Maybe this is the first step to hoping next week gets, because again, dude, red, and we're basically sitting on this right now. If we can hold this, it actually might be a fast climb up to here, and that's almost a 50 burger, right? So I'm glad I looked at the weekly before I said some dumb things about the daily. It's a bad daily. It's a really disappointing and upsetting daily, actually. But I think the weekly's kind of saying, be a little patient, let's see what happens, and then we'll go from there, okay? So I actually think that's the best analysis to do on CGC, but yeah, for real, not expecting this daily at all. So we still got a little time. Let me look at Curaleaf here real quick. Oops. Let's look at Curaleaf. Curaleaf. Okay. So look, I liked Curaleaf. There's actually too many lines. Let me delete my lines. Let me zoom out real quick just to see what the lines after that. Oh yeah, there's only one right here. Let's delete some lines, okay? I like this stock, all right? I was actually on the bullish side the last time I covered this. It basically was all about breaking the 100 and running to the 200, and that did it like a charm. Again, red, green, right? The problem is, look, we've seen this a bunch of times. You hit a hard moving average, you hit a hard resistance, and you get some bad failures, right? It is what it is, and yeah, I wish the 8 could have held it. Excuse me, I wish the 20 could have held it. I'm so grateful that the 50 held it, right? And the 50 did its job. It got us back up over the 8 and the 20. And again, I think today in general was a bad day for the sector, all right? I think everybody had basically a red candle today. I'm still okay with that, all right? The real story here is get over the 200. And look, the 200 is literally sitting on this line, and man, red could really quickly turn to green. I don't know if it'll come as high as 8, but it'll want to come to 5. Man, maybe, yeah, 5, exactly, right? So a lot to like, especially if it can get over the 200. And again, look, we're still actually over the 8 and the 20. We are, right? The 8 and the 20 are still actually going up, right? We're still in a positive MACD. I wish this RSI didn't look so down, right? And actually the MACD looks a little down, and really volume looks a little down. But hey, as long as we're holding the moving averages, I'm okay. The one thing to note, we're starting to get all 5 a little tighter than ideal. I don't like horizontal clusters. When there's too many lines, it gets really hard to break out of those, okay? So I would love this red to go green, and actually break it and go, right? So money line's $4 here. If we can get, and actually it looks like it's a little, yeah, no, it's $4. We'll call it $4. Yeah, $4. Get over 4, I think this thing goes wild, okay? So what's the weekly look like? Look, again, this isn't a bad weekly. We get a hard pop, a bit of a drop. We hold the 8 the entire time, right? Like, that's not bad. That's how you use these moving averages, right? And again, if we can get over this, we're gonna want to come over to, and this says $6. Again, I would still hold the $5 that we put from the daily, but yeah, this is really saying if you can get over this, they're saying 420, no pun intended, right? But get over this, you'll come to here. I'm basically saying get over 4, you'll go up to there, right? So actually a lot to like on Curaleaf as well. So let me end it with this 4 here, and then I'll do a couple other weed ones on a different one. But hey, appreciate your time. Thank you.